Good morning, our friends. It's day 11 of Tour du Mont Blanc. Today we're climbing the mountain Fenetre de Arpette, which is 2,600 meters, and we'll go up 800 meters probably. And then we go down to the village tree end.
So that is the plan for the day, and we really hope to do the hardest part, the uphill part, as early as possible, as I said, in the morning, so that we have time then to chill out in the shadow if it's going to be too hot. And then, if it's going to be snow, it's going to be also the challenging part, going downhill. We know it already. So really prepared for the hard day. We'll see what it brings to us. So let's start the day. Today we just have a very modest breakfast, rice with tomatoes and some cheese and some dry tomatoes as well. Let's eat.
It's 7 AM now and we're already on the trail.
We don't want the repetition of the last 2 days when we were super hot, and this day is expected to be the same, very hot. The sunlight is very strong right from the start. The sun just got up and we feel like it's already like midday, no? Like 2 hours more, like it's 9 AM instead of 7 AM. So that's crazy. And we want to do the biggest part as early as possible.
The night was very warm and quiet on the ski trail. Nobody was disturbing us.
Fortunately, there weren't night hikers or anybody or night runners that we were worried about. The warmth is very surprising, and at night it was probably 20, right? We didn't wear our hats, we didn't wear warm clothes. We just were like stretching around, not using our bags, sleeping bags almost. It's a bit of an anomaly, we think, for the mountain forest and for some kind of elevation.
This is what we like about this place, is it's very clean water everywhere.
Very accessible and ice water, so it's the cleanest and the freshest source. Last several days here in Switzerland, we've been seeing some beehives, bee houses along the trails, and we suggest that they are not used for the honey produce that much, or not used at all, but rather for the pollination purposes, so that it's all done for the flora and fauna development and growth. So that is nice to know. Weirdly enough, we don't see the TMB signing anymore, marking. Instead, we have this red and white mark going along this trail. But we have the GPS track downloaded from Wikiloc, so we believe that, and we believe that there will be trail. The only thing we are scared of is about the snowy part. There won't be any footsteps, we won't be able to do that, but hopefully it's not true, and there will be more people hiking with us. There is no wind, no shadow, and already very hot. And we're going uphill to the snow. Going strong today. That's probably one of the hardest uphill that we climbed to the mountain so far. It's quite steep and rocky, requires so much effort of the knees and legs. And you're dying already. There is some wind, thanks God, out from the mountain, from the snow. So refreshing. We are saved with the wind. For now, hiking without snow, so good so far. 2 kilometers left of the steep, rocky uphill. Just hoping that the downhill will be without snow. And we start to see the snow again, and there are not enough footsteps. Just 2 people who pass through us, and these are their footsteps. So we're really afraid that what's gonna be on the downhill can be very, very extreme. And we have still 1 kilometer up to go. See this mountain? Too steep.
So unfortunately we have to stop this trail of this point, because we see it's absolutely impossible to climb, because still a lot of snow, and overall the trail is very extreme.
It's going very steep, lots of rocks, unstable rocks, and we're actually feeling like you're climbing the mountains, rock climbing, and we think it's not suitable to do with the big backpacks again.
And on the other side we think that it's quite a lot of snow also.
Yeah, and we're very afraid to do the downhill with the snow, because it's even more extreme than uphill. We have some experience already, with 2 mountains.
Yeah.
But then there will be a lot of people hiking and lots of footsteps, so there was more stable ground and you can step already on hardened snow at least. But here we see that nobody hikes here. This is just the hard trail of climbing the mountain, going over it for the summer solely. And yeah, so this is definitely not the Tour du Mont Blanc. This is what you pay for when you mistake the trail. But we had the GPS track again, so can't really blame ourselves. It just happens. So, well, nothing to do with that. We see that several people are still attempting to hike it, but we think it's quite impossible. It's really steep, and maybe they will go back later.
No.
Because, well, it's really just 2 of us and 2 other people, so bad. Well, But okay, so this day, exploration day of the other mountain.
Yeah. Now we go down to the same village, Champex Lac, and probably we'll stay there for another night.
Then tomorrow we'll decide. We'll take the Tour du Mont Blanc official track, probably. We're not the extreme people, you know. So, and this is too risky. So, getting down. Wish we could swim in the river right now. So freaking hot. And finally there is a shadow. Look at lifesaver shadow.
So we got down from the mountain, already had our lunch break. Now we're hiding in the shadow in the forest. What we wanted to say about this trail that we did, that it's not good idea to go there. Even though we saw lots of hikers go uphill, but all of them return back.
Because the trail is too extreme and rocky, even in summer when there is no snow at all. I think that it's too extreme going there with the backpacks, with the heavy weight. Only if you want to do the training, you know, go over the mountain or on a very hard trail, you can go without weight, do just like, you know, some hiking and get back. But otherwise, it's too much, I feel like, and yeah, too risky.
We think they could make a sign saying that a difficult path and it's not Tour du Mont Blanc.
Yeah, because still lots of people are trying to do that. We saw lots of groups are going uphill and they don't realize how hard it is. They think that it's gonna be the same mountains that they did before, but actually not. It's much harder, much steeper, and if there could be a sign, it would be better, you know, no confusion for people. Even if to take this alternative way, it's too extreme and now it's not the season yet. This is the situation with that.
All we saw was a blue line, almost all the rocks, and we think that this is the sign of the difficult trail.
Look out for the blue signs and don't go there because it's gonna be very hard unless you want to make it extreme. And also look out for the Tour du Mont Blanc signs, of course, because if there are no any, it's impossible. Just yesterday we were saying how good they are here in Switzerland, right, on every corner, on every rock, but here there are no signs whatsoever, and we were hoping, I don't know for what, but we were just going there because there were other people and because we had the GPS track, but it was wrong. It was like doing it alternatively. Unfortunately, we didn't do it to Trent today as we planned, so probably we'll rest somewhere here.
Now we plan to go to Asiers to find more variety of food.
Yeah, we are hoping that it's going to be a bigger supermarket probably and find something more there. Because now we're like on a tight diet without fruits and fresh fruit and veggies, and in summer it's bad. So yeah, we want to do that. It's still very hot, but it's only 6 kilometers going downhill, and we're expecting it not to be very steep, right? So probably we can do that. We've noticed that here in Switzerland, when it comes to recycling waste and garbage, there are the most containers possible that we've seen in any country so far. So they're really caring about the environment. And there are some bins we've seen that are on the lock. So only if you have the key you can unlock it. So that was crazy to us. But they're really taking it up a notch, in our opinion. Finally, we've got the shadowy trail to walk on at the end of the day. Feels so nice, even though the air is not that fresh, but at least the sun is not burning from above. Also, I feel like we drank probably 5 liters water today, more than ever. Such hot days right now.
We're at the village Asiers now, and we decided at this point we want to finish our Tour du Mont Blanc because we feel like we did enough.
We plan to finish our tour at Trient, but as we climbed the mountain today, the Rhone mountain, so we feel like we already did like the Switzerland-France border mountain already today. So we have 11 full days of filming already, and we almost did the full circle of Tour du Mont Blanc. There are only 2 days left, according to official guide.
We're very happy about this trail. It was very challenging and beautiful at the same time.
And we enjoyed it quite a lot. It was a great start of the season for us, of the hiking season. And after this video, we're going to release our full impressions about the Tour du Mont Blanc, so make sure to not miss this video. Go and check it out now. After that, we do not stop our hiking trip, it actually continues. Now we want to take another long trail that crosses Italy, the Pilgrim Trail via Francigena. And this is the through hike.
So we want to continue hiking in Italy
because we don't know much about this country and we're interested to learn more about it.
If you are interested to follow our adventure, make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss a new video.
We'll be releasing more hiking series soon, so don't miss it.
So we're saying goodbye to the Tour du Mont Blanc and hello to the new hiking adventure.
Make sure to check out our full impressions video now. If it's not released now, it's going to be released next week.
And see you again on the trail very soon.
Goodbye, guys.